Welcome to TNTM the Show with your hosts, Pablo Gunner.
And Marvin Goof.
And we are here to talk nerdy to you. We're going to cover
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
that he's been playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been checking out Dragon Ball Daima dubbed. Dubbed. So, and then whatever nerdy stuff comes up, they went, the biggest one, I think, to me, Ironheart. We definitely have to talk about Ironheart.
Yes.
We're going to get into a deep discussion about that. So our grade scale here at TNTM the Show is going to be must see, must stream, or buy. Like must buy for the best of the best, pretty much. I mean, it doesn't have to be the best of the best, but it has to be hit that thing. Is it must seeing? Is it worse? Is it a must stream? Is it a must buy? Like, is it worth, does it hit that point? Right?
Exactly. Is it worth the dollars and cents?
Right. Yeah. And then for our mid-grade, we have check it out, which could also be your rent, if there's a rent option. I don't know if there's many rent options anymore.
Unfortunately, no.
Gamefly? There's Gamefly.
Are we dating or something?
So
anyway.
Yeah. So maybe a little if we talk about Blockbuster. But anyways, so the mid-grade will be check it out for most of the stuff. And then for the worst, it's not worth your time. It's just pass. It'll be pass.
So now we take the chance to talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yes, tell me all about it. I have not played it. I've heard so much on the interwebs about it. There's the haters and the lovers, and I feel like the haters are the people that haven't played it and they're just hating it. It's like, I don't feel like it's a fair thing to hate something without experiencing it. So tell us about your experience.
So the experience to me has been quite good. I've played 93 hours of this game, and there's maybe 10 targets that are originally part of the main story. I've only killed 2 of them.
Oh, wow. So
in that case, they made a very deep, very detailed game. First of all, it just looks gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Like one of the staples of the franchise is always going around to high places and getting these vistas of beautiful views. They did it. It was great. And I didn't know how they would pull it off, but they do a lot of really interesting things with that. And I'm a person who hasn't played an Assassin's Creed game in maybe 5-6 years. So a lot of the more modern ones I haven't touched. And the gameplay in this one is a lot different. If you're used to playing something like Assassin's Creed 2, where you basically would kill anyone in sight with one stab, that doesn't work. If you play this game normally, you have to be more detailed with it. You do have to think, especially playing as the first main character, Naue, who's the female shinobi. You get all these really cool weapons and everything with her, and her story is very interesting. It all ties back to, she's basically the assassin in Japan, but she doesn't know who she is, at least for a while. At least in that case, I feel like the way that they sort of introduce it, what the main goal of this being is typical, revenge story. So some people may find that boring. Maybe that's why a lot of people hate on it. I know the other character has been a source of controversy, and that's Yasuke. When I first heard they were going to basically have him as another playable character, I was excited. I mean, this is a character that is sort of a legend. And I mean, I'm sorry, being the race I am, that's probably one of the more interesting characters to think of, a person from Africa going to Japan and being in that culture. It's fascinating, right? So I was excited. But there's been a couple of different things that gameplay-wise were kind of an issue. Free running had some problems that were fixed actually with a recent patch. They added this whole new quest that's supposed to be more mystical. It's really interesting that I haven't touched that yet. So if you have, let us know. Leave in the comments, see if you actually have played that gameplay yet. I love the gameplay because it's so different, but depending on who you play as. Naue, she's very, very stealthy. If that's what you're in for, play as Naue. But Yasuke is like a tank. You walk around and you feel like you're untouchable playing as Yasuke. You get the right abilities and the right armor, and you feel like you can't be touched. You're the greatest samurai to ever live. The sheer amount of, like, even just weapon choice, because they bring guns. Like, there's actually guns in this, and so you could have Yasuke wielding a gun. But I use the bow and arrow, actually, just because I feel it's better. You get to basically play however you want. Just based on the gameplay aspect of it, that's what I think makes it great. You can complain about story. You can talk about, you know, some legitimately different things about culture treatment. Certainly, I feel like as a person that hasn't played an Assassin's Creed game in so long, this is an incredible way to bring it back to something that is something I would actually want to buy year after year again. If they keep making games like this, it's great.
Yeah, I love Assassin's Creed. I've played the first one. Obviously, the second one, and the pirate one was phenomenal.
Yes.
And then the DLC for that was superb. I did play the kind of Gladiator, the Greek one. I played the Greek one. I didn't finish it, but that was really cool. But at that point, I'm like, there's a certain point where you're like, these aren't even Assassins. Like, I feel like the Viking one, I'm like, how is Vikings Assassin's Creed games? Like, it just gets so crazy. I'm like, I'm not saying I don't want to play them. I do want to play them all. Origins was great. Like, I want to play all the Assassin's Creed. I'm so hardcore. I want to get an Assassin's Creed tattoo on my lower back that has the symbol and then under says everything is permitted. But my wife won't let me. But I know the guys at work would love it. Anyways, I was so jacked too, especially because I saw the anime about the main character. What's his name? Yasuke?
Yasuke, yeah.
About him. I saw the anime and both my wife and I were like, this is so awesome. It's sad they didn't get like a sequel. Not that it needed one, the way that it ended and stuff, but it would have been cool. And so, and then as well as like, it's crazy to me that people are even complaining like, oh, how are you going to make a samurai game and the other character's a ninja? Oh, she's a woman. It's like, historically, most ninjas were women because they weren't allowed to be samurai, and also they were like the more downtrodden people, right? Like they're female in a very man-centric,
you know, type of environment.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, and then that's just how their culture is, you know. And so it makes sense. It makes more sense, right? And so like, especially to have the opposite sides and I've heard so many good things about the gameplay, and yeah, you'll play one character more than the other based on what you want to do, but it kind of forces you to be certain ones based off like the missions and plays to each of their things. So I mean, 93 hours, and I've seen you like plugging in because I've been playing for the first time ever the Shadow of the Colossus remake. I never played it before, and so I've been seeing that you've been logging in some hours. But so with 93 hours, what would your grade be?
With 93 hours in, my grade would be certainly a must-play.
A must-buy.
Must-buy in this point. I mean, you certainly will get your money's worth out of it, you know, unless you're the type of person that doesn't like open-world games. But then again, why would you even think about this game?
Yeah.
So
you could play it linearly.
In a way, yeah, you can. But you're going to get the most out of it if you decide to wander off. There's so many interesting things that be out there in all the lands of Japan. So, you know, definitely a must buy.
Awesome. I'm jacked. I want to play this even more now. All right. So I just want to round off with some thank yous, some shout outs to people, which the Film Rage guys, they're always helping us out. They're like reposting our stuff, making comments on our stuff. We go back and forth. And I absolutely love their podcast because they cover all the movies of the week, and they cover them quick and get that podcast out quick. And it's a top quality pod, dude. Like they have like theme music for different segments, and they sing parts. And those guys are just so fun and so funny. It doesn't matter if they're raging out about a movie, or if they're loving a movie, like or they're just, or if it's just random convo. It's always entertaining. Always entertaining. So definitely check out the Film Rage podcast, and also check out the MK Wizard, her web comics and stuff like that. You can check them out on Amazon, and you can check her out on all the social medias. She does artwork that's just very cute and very wonderful, and always has wonderful commentary on stuff that's going on. She's just a wonderful person that I've done videos with, so you should check out those videos and stuff like that. As far as our merch goes, we've scaled back, and so we only have a few. The merch of the month is essentially just the merch that's on the store. It's only 5 items is all we can have right now. But if there's something that you want, you tell us what you want, and we'll try to get away with as much as we can, since we don't own rights to a lot of stuff. I mean, look, I got away with this. That's not one of ours, but I've gotten away with a lot of things. And so we can try it. Yeah, it's tailored to you. Whatever you want, we can try it and see what we can get away with. And then, hey, you don't have to buy it if you don't want it. 5% of any money that we make off our merch goes to our charity of the month based off what we can deliver on that. But what we're trying to do is just, it's a rebuilding phase, and we're in a changing phase. Even this is experimental, what we're doing now. Unfortunately, we don't make enough money, and that's what we're like, man, I just want to help. I want to make a difference in the world, in the community, and I need your help. And you can donate to these charities yourself, or like I said, you can get merch out of it and make a difference at the same time. So up to you. You know, I'm good for either.
2 birds with 1 stone is usually better, yeah?
I don't really throw birds at stones. I find that cruel. So, you know, whatever. But to each their own. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you very much. And thank you all my fellow nerds out there that watch my videos and then that comment on our videos and our stuff. You have no idea how much it is appreciated and how much it helps to help us grow, because everything you tell us, we really genuinely like. These chairs, people were like, you guys need chairs, you need uniform. And so like we try to wear like usually merch for the podcast, and then we have these matching chairs, and we're gonna try to upgrade our equipment and do these things, but they take time and they take money, and so we got to get back to that money making point. Like I said, once again, thank you very much. Talk nerdy to me.
Stay nerdy out there, y'all.